All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachak double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful electors fighting a good fight of faith and truth, in sincerity and wholeheartedly. Shalom to the Akwath, which is the women believers. Shalom to you. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. See, I was just thinking about, the contract of salvation. Not the contract that, that the Lord gave to Moses, the law that we broke. And now we are under grace and we supposed to be using that grace period to get closer to the Lord by having faith in his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai. And that is the new contract. But I want to talk about another aspect of the contract of salvation, which is what the Lord have told his disciples. So I want to start off with this. And every time that you go through something, this should always pop up in your mind. So it says that he went through the cities and villages, teaching and journeying towards Jerusalem. Then said one unto him, Lord, are there few that be saved? And he said unto them, strive to enter in at the straight gate, for many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able. So this contract of salvation is not a walk in the park. You're going to go through things. You're going to be tested. Ecclesiasticus 2:1 said that when thou comest to the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. All right. So basically, the Lord is telling you that when you say, I believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, then the temptation is going to come. And how do the temptation come? Because what is temptation? It's a test. Now, I want to get this just to back up that point. So it said, in fact, it's 12. Nope, I could start from 12. So it said, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, so the Lord telling you right there, you're going to be tried. He shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord have promised to them that love him. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Most High, for the Most High cannot be tempted with evil, neither he tempt any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. So when you're trying to do good, the demons try to make you do bad. They try to entice you with the things. Because remember, when you come to Yahweh Shai, as it saying in 2 Corinthians 5:17, it said that when you come to him, you become a new creature. All right. So the old man is what the demons try, because remember, none of us started. We ain't come out the womb knowing the truth and believing and rehearsing the righteous acts like we do today. We started off in the world. Okay. So that's why Yahweh Shai said that when an unclean spirit go out of a man, all right, especially like, okay, I'm just gonna get it. It's so many things that, that people on the outside, and I'm talking about, the men of the Lord who teach, and also the believers, like the people that's on the outside of this, they do not understand the dynamics of this. They don't understand, the things that we go through in the mind, as it say in Ephesians 6:12. All right. Our fight is not against flesh and blood, man. So demons can jump on people to try to get you out of the spirit. So it could jump on your significant other. It could jump on your coworkers. It could jump on a person that you driving on the street, and then he or she was speed in front of you, and then look at you like you crazy. That's an evil spirit. That's all. It's just a spirit trying to antagonize you. All right. So Satan's job, as it say in First Peter 5:8, that he seeketh whom he may devour. Okay. The devil is like a roaring lion seeking who he may devour. That's his job. So the contract of salvation is not a walk in the park. So it said when an unclean spirit go out of a man, I think it's 12 and 30. It might be 40, but I'm on. All right. Okay, 43. So it says, when the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places seeking rest and findeth none. Then he saith, I will return into my house from whence I came out. So this is what these demons try to do. Because when you come into the truth, the Lord blessed you. Those demons is cast out of you. All right. But they always lingering around. They always trying to find an opening. All right. How they can come back. Let's read about it. Then he said, if I will return into my house from whence I came out, and when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished. Then goeth he and taketh unto himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself. And they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. Even so shall it be also unto this wicked generation. All right. So imagine coming into this truth. Then something happened that you get disenchanted. Now, the person that you was in the world, you're going to be 7 times more worse. Because now you got 7 more demons. More, he bringing more of his wicked cousins, okay? And they about to have a party in you. So yeah, this truth is scary. But the point is, the reason that, and I'm really making this video because it's needed. And also, just to let you know, for those who do teach, these videos is for us too. This is how we, boost our faith and boost our learning, because obviously through the Spirit, we put these lessons together. So we take heed to this too. So anyways, but yeah, man. So the Lord said that, we got to strive in for the straight gate. And then in Matthew 7, and 13 and verse 14, he said, enter in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate that lead into destruction. The wide is, it's the thing that's basically, it's things that's outside of the truth. All right. See, the truth requires discipline. In the world, you don't have to have that. All right. But now the internet want to act stupid, huh? So oh man. I'm just gonna do it like this then. So when he had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel which had been sent unto me the nights afore. And he said unto me, up, Esdras, and hear the words that I have come to tell you. And I said, speak on my power. Then he said unto me, the sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. What is the sea? What did Yahushua tell his disciples? Because when he's speaking to disciple John. All right. But he said, ask of me, and I'll give you the heathen for an inheritance. Now, in most contexts, the sea represents the people, multitudes, nations, and tongues. So when it say the sea, that's what it's talking about. And when you put something in your possession, you rule over it, right? So it said the sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But put the case, the interests were narrow and like a river. Who then can go into the sea and look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how would he come into the broad? All right. And also this to prove that, what I just said. So it said, and 4 great beasts came up from the sea, diverse from one another. Now, when you go into this chapter, it goes into the Assyrians, the Babylonians, the Medes and the Persians, the Greeks and the Romans. All right. So now he got to give another similitude. There is another thing, verse 6. A city is built and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall. That's why King David said, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil. Your rod and your staff comfort me. Like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he shall never pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? So the Lord is telling you that the straight gate is not easy. And then so this is the mentality that you have to know, have to understand, and you have to put yourself in a certain mentality while you are in this truth. Because it's been bumpy. Ever since that you became a believer, you've been tried. See, the Lord is, putting us through tests. But the real test ain't even start yet. Jacob's trouble is around the corner. All right. So confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them. That means motivate to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter to the kingdom of the Most High. You need to understand and know this. All right. So it is not a game. Then when you jump to, he said, then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle which men that is born upon the earth shall fight. But why though? Let's go to verse 10. And it said, and I said, it is so, Lord. Then he said unto me, even so also is Israel portion. Why? Because for their sakes I made the world. And when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was this decree that is now done. Then were the interests of this world, the world that we live in now, the fall of Adam and Eve. Okay. This world was made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. They are but few and evil, full of perils and very painful. For the interest of the elder world, before they fell, all right, we was immortal. We only knew righteousness. But that wasn't the way that the Lord intended. We had to know both sides. Okay? Because that's balance. And then also, we're going to be the judges of the earth. You can't just know one side of anything. That's why the Lord made everything double. And it says, and brought immortal fruit. If then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them. That is the kingdom of heaven. Okay? So now, let's go back to 57 and read to 59. It said, then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. That if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say, which is the kingdom of heaven. All right. That's what this whole chapter going into for the most part. And it said, for this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, choose the life that you mayest live. Which, that was the contract that we broke. Okay. If we would have kept the law, we would already be in the kingdom of heaven. Everything would be all good, but that wasn't part of the story. All right. Now, us who are looking forward, to the coming of our Lord, you see how much that we want it, how much we're going to appreciate it. Because now, like I always say this, if the Lord would have just gave us everything that our heart desired from the beginning, where do the Lord get his just due? Where can he show his power? Where can he show his mercy? All right. Remember what the angel said, that he will become as God. Let's get that real quick. I think it's Genesis 3. I'm going to start from 22. This is C. Yeah. And Yahweh said, power said, behold, the man is become as one of us to know good and evil. And now lest he put forth his hand and take also of the tree of life and eat and live forever. All right. So it said, therefore Yahweh God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden to the ground from whence was he taken. So yeah. So the point is that we would have been as, the angels now from the beginning. And like I said, Romans 9 going to that. What if he was willing to make his power known? All right. And show his salvation upon the vessels, that was going to receive mercy. That's Romans 9, verse 22 and 23. All right. So yeah, man. So this is the mindset that we got to be in. Second Esdras 14 go into it very, very well. I try to live by this to the best of my ability, but we all fall short. It's a now, therefore, set your house in order. Your first house is you. All right. This body is what housed the spirit. Okay. Actually, when you go into the Latin, bodig, that's where the word come from. So it says, and reprove your people, comfort such as them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. That's who we speak to, believers. Let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of men, put off now the weak nature, which is this flesh. And guess what the flesh do? And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. So your whole mindset should be, separating from this place. That's why the Lord said, depart from her, that you be not partakers of her plagues. Okay. So you're supposed to take yourself out of this world mentally and spiritually. All right. Because if you allow anything in this world become a stumbling block, woe unto you. So this is what these scriptures are saying. This is the mindset that you got to have. And this is just like a little quick hit through the spirit. Lord willing, it edifies somebody. It said, take heed to yourself, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and the cares of this life, so that day come upon you unaware. That day is the day of the Lord. And that day consists of the mark of the beast. That day consists of Jacob's trouble. All right. That day consists of this economy collapsing, the world changing. And guess what? If you still have ties to this place, cares of this life, what did the Lord say? It said, he that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal. This place is temporary. Do you want to perish with this world? Because I don't. All right. And you shouldn't either. Okay. So if you love this life, guess what? Something will come a stumbling block. For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell upon the face of the earth. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that you may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and stand before the Son of Man. I want to be accounted worthy to stand with the Son of Man. All right. And then the Lord said, if you do overcome, right? So I'm going to end it on this. So always remember that, hey, this is not easy. He that overcometh shall inherit all things. I will be his power. He shall be my son. Now remember, second Esdras that we read. All right. The broad field filled with goodly things, man. All right. So that's what we want. We want the kingdom of heaven. The Lord said that he made the world for our sakes. Okay. We supposed to be the head. Everybody supposed to come to us, and the Lord is going to make that happen. But before that happen, we got to go through things, and we going through things, and just always remember about this. So matter of fact, I'm going to end it on this. Take no heaviness to heart, drive it away. Remember the last end. Everything is easier said than done, but this is the mindset that you always should have, especially when you're going through something. And it don't last always. All right. And we have a bigger, we have something to look forward to. We actually have a hope. While everybody in the world don't have a hope, we do. Okay. And our hope is coming to pass every day. All praises to Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. Seek ye out the Lord while he may be found. And Shalom.